Hello, welcome to the Special Days Bulletin in July. Today we will be discussing about the special days to be remembered in the month of July. So this bulletin is recorded in November 2018. So whatever days we are discussing with respect to July are the days celebrated in July 2018, and the respective organizations, the themes they have followed in 2018 will be discussed. So let us get into. State Bank Day is celebrated on July 1st of every year. State Bank of India was founded on 1st July 1955. So to commemorate the day of its formation, every year State Bank Day is celebrated on 1st of July. As we all know, SBI is very important, especially for us in banking sector who are very interested to grab jobs in banking sector. SBI is a multinational public sector bank in India. It is the largest bank in India. It has 23% of market share in assets besides loan and deposit markets in India as of now. State Bank of India, it actually descends from Bank of Calcutta. So later on it was renamed as State Bank of India, and it was founded on 1st July 1955 by merging some other banks together, respectively Bank of Bombay, etc. So it actually became State Bank of India on 1st July 1955. So to commemorate the day, every year 1st July is celebrated as State Bank Day. GST Day is celebrated on July 1st. As we all know, GST was implemented from 1st of July 2017. It came into effect. So from this day onwards, we started following GST. The government has announced that every year July 1st will be celebrated as GST. As we know, GST means Goods and Services Tax, and it is an indirect tax levied in India on the supply of goods and services. July 1st is also observed as International Joke Day. International Joke Day is celebrated every year on July 1st. It has been officially started by United States. When was the first joke created throughout the world? It is attributed to the Greeks actually. So United States, it actually started this joke day to be celebrated every year. But later on, all over the world, everyone began to celebrate one day in the year as joke day, that is 1st of July. National Doctors Day, it is celebrated throughout India on July 1st. In 1991, the Indian government declared July 1st as National Doctors Day to commemorate the birthday of Dr. B.C. Roy, Bidhan Chandra Roy. So who is Bidhan Chandra Roy? Dr. B.C. Roy, he was born on 1st July 1882. He had received Bharat Ratna in 1961. He was the second Chief Minister of West Bengal. He played a very major role in the formation of Indian Medical Association in 1928, and also MCI, Medical Council of India. So to remember his services to the medical field, his birth anniversary as well as unfortunately the death anniversary also is on 1st of July. So National Doctors Day every year is celebrated on this day. World Sports Journalist Day. It is celebrated all over the world on 2nd of July every year. So World Journalist Day, it is celebrated to honor the services of sports journalists. So World Sports Journalist Day, it is celebrated to honor the sports journalists towards promotion of sports. So this date was established by International Sports Press Association, the acronym of which is AIPS. In 1994, this day was started to mark the 70th anniversary of this foundation. So the International Sports Press Association, it was started in 1924. It was formed in 1924 during Paris Summer Olympics. So after 70 years of its formation, the foundation day is celebrated as World Sports Journalists Day. Next comes World UFO Day. What is UFO? UFO is Unidentified Flying Object. This Unidentified Flying Objects Day is celebrated all over the world on 2nd of July every year. The first World UFO Day, it was celebrated in 2001. So this date was dedicated to the existence of unidentified flying objects, UFO. So this day is celebrated to create awareness about the existence of UFOs. This day is celebrated all over the world, means some unidentified flying objects are there. They really exist in the universe. So we need to take care of them, or we need to research about them, etc. to enhance some awareness in everyone. This day is observed every year. So it is also observed for encouraging governments to officially declare their knowledge about UFO sightings. So wherever people have seen this flying objects, so you need to report them to the research wing so that they can actually research into it and look into it and further find out what are they. BOTCO Day is celebrated on 3rd July. What is BOTCO Day? BOTCO means Water, Power, Consultancy Services. So this BOTCO Day is celebrated on 3rd of July every year. So 3rd July 2018, it marks the 50th Foundation Day of BOTCO. In 1969, BOTCO was incorporated as a public sector enterprise by Indian government. So what is actually BOTCO? It is a techno-commercial organization. It functions under the Ministry of Water Resources, River Development and Ganga Regeneration. So on this 50th Foundation Day, the Union Minister of Water Resources, River Development and Ganga Regeneration, Road Transport, Highways and Shipping, Sri Nitin Gadkari, he was the chief guest of this event. So BOTCO, it has done survey and investigation for more than 550 projects in irrigation as well as water resources and agriculture, etc. So this company, it has actually contributed in development of 15 million HA irrigation potential. So more than 200 projects in ports and inland navigation, and over 500 projects in water supply and sanitation, rural and urban development, etc. All these were developed under BOTCO, means it has researched into all these and surveyed into all these, and it has provided report to the union government. So hence BOTCO Day is celebrated on one of the years. It has emerged as Mini Ratna 1 status. So Mini Ratna 1 status has been given on this day few years ago to BOTCO. So therefore it is celebrated on this day. Next, a very important day, International Plastic Bag Free Day is celebrated on July 3rd, 2018. This International Plastic Bag Free Day, it is a unique opportunity to spread the word that plastic bag free world is possible. That sounds environmental alternatives are available. Instead of using plastic bags, you can use other means to satisfy the purposes. The important theme of this International Plastic Bag Free Day, which is celebrated on July 3rd, 2018 this year. So this Plastic Bag Free Day, it brings together an international coalition of NGOs who are also working on the same initiative to free plastic pollution. One of the important countries on the globe, the United States of America, it celebrates its independence on 4th of July. So Independence Day is the adoption of Declaration of Independence of United States on July 4th, 1776. The Continental Congress, it actually had 13 American colonies which were there under the British, etc. So they regarded themselves as free and independent states. The United States of America, it was no longer connected to the British Crown from this day. So Independence Day, generally they celebrate it with fireworks, parades, barbecues, carnivals, fairs, picnics, etc., family reunions, etc. So this is a national day of United States. So as it is an important country on the globe, we also need to know. So it is 4th of July. Next comes a day known as World Zoonosis Day. What is this World Zoonosis Day? World Zoonosis Day is celebrated on 6th July every year. So what is this World Zoonosis Day? World Zoonosis Day, it is a day to help raise awareness of growing risk of zoonotic diseases, means which are diseases that can spread from animals to humans. So it's a risk that is often overlooked actually. So over 60% of infections which are caused in humans are actually promoted from these animals, and 75% of what are the emerging human diseases all are originated in animals. So the risk is very serious and it is to be identified. So this World Zoonosis Day, or it is Zoonosis, Zoonosis Day, is very important for us, and it commemorated on July 6th, 1885, when Louis Pasteur actually he administered the first vaccine against a zoonotic disease to Joseph Meister after he had been mauled by a rabid dog. So Louis Pasteur, he used the vaccine for the first time in 1885 on July 6th. So on the same day we are celebrating World Zoonosis Day. So these zoonoses are viral diseases like rabies, influenza, bacterial diseases like Lyme, or parasitic diseases like tapeworms, etc. So all these diseases, they come under Zoonosis Day. Next is World Chocolate Day, though not very important. World Chocolate Day or International Chocolate Day, it is celebrated every year on July 7th. So World Chocolate Day, it is being observed from 2009. This includes consumption of chocolate, of course. So many other chocolate day celebrations exist actually. So this is not of great importance, but just let us note it down. World Chocolate Day celebrated on July 7th. Next is Coops Day. Coops Day is celebrated on 7th July 2018. I know you did not understand. So what is this Coops Day? It is International Day of Cooperatives, or you can say it is International Cooperative Day. This is observed on 7th July throughout the world every year. The International Day of Cooperatives, it is celebrated on first Saturday of July every year. So this day is celebrated from 1923 every year. So what is the theme for International Day of Cooperatives 2018? It is sustainable consumption and production of goods and services. Sustainable consumption and production of goods and services is the theme. Next day is Global Forgiveness Day. July 7th is also celebrated this year as Global Forgiveness Day. In 1994, the Christian Embassy of Christ's Ambassador, they marked August 27th as National Forgiveness Day. Later on, National Forgiveness Day was renamed as Global Forgiveness Day, and the date it was shifted from August 27th to July 7th. So therefore, all the people around the world, they began to celebrate July 7th as Global Forgiveness Day. So what is the main motto of this Global Forgiveness Day? It is to forgive and to be forgiven. People use this opportunity actually to seek forgiveness for their mistakes and to maintain peace and harmony in the society. So in case you want to forgive someone, so this is a day, and as a part of a celebration you can get it done. Maha Mahotsav, it is not actually day, it is Maha Mahotsav, which is celebrated over some period. So this year it is celebrated from 1st July to 7th July. Usually it is celebrated in first week or first 10 days of July and so. So what we need to remember here is Maha Mahotsav is celebrated in the month of July. This is a program which was started by K.M. Munshi, a famous personality. He has started this program. He was the then Union Minister of Agriculture and Food. So this program, it was actually started to create enthusiasm among masses for forest conservation and also for planting trees. So now it is a week-long program. It is celebrated on different days in different parts of India, but usually it goes from 1st July to 7th July. So Maha Mahotsav is very important in creating issues related to trees, etc. So according to the Forest Department, for every tree that has fallen, 10 tree saplings should be planted to make up the loss caused by one tree that is fallen. So here 1 means forest, as we know, and Mahotsav means festival. So 1 means forest and Mahotsav means festival. So this is a festival which is related to forests. So in this week, what they do, all over the country, millions of saplings are planted throughout India in observation of this Maha Mahotsav week. Next is one of the important day which is to be remembered. It is World Population Day. World Population Day, it is celebrated on July 11th of every year. This is an annual event which seeks to raise awareness of global population issues. So because of increase in population, what are the issues that is the globe facing? So they'll try to create some awareness among people. This event was actually established by the United Nations Development Program, UNDP, the Governing Council of United Nations Development Program. They established this program in 1989. So what is the theme of World Population Day for 2018? It is family planning is a human right. This date is inspired by public interest in 5 billion day, which was celebrated on July 11th, 1987. Means the population then reached 5 billion. So from that day onwards, this World Population Day is being celebrated on July 11th. International Malala Day. July 12th is celebrated as International Malala Day. July 12th, 2013 was Yusuf Malala's 16th birthday. She spoke at the United Nations to call for a worldwide access to education. As per World Bank, not educating girls or creating barriers in their school education, globally it costs between 15 to 30 trillion dollars. So the hurdles they are facing, we are also paying for it. So who is Malala Yousafzai? Malala Yousafzai, she is a Pakistani activist for female education and she is the youngest Nobel laureate for peace. She is known for human rights advocacy, especially for education of women and children of Pakistan, where the local Taliban, they had at times banned girls from attending school. She also has taken a bullet in her head, is what they say, for the cause. World Youth Skills Day is celebrated on July 15th of every year. This day is celebrated to raise awareness about importance of investing in youth skills development. So the United Nations General Assembly, it has declared to celebrate the first Youth Skills Day on 15th July 2015. Young people are almost 3 times more likely to be unemployed than adults, and continuously they are exposed to low quality jobs and greater labor market inequalities and longer and more insecure school to work transitions. So women are more likely to get unemployed and underpaid. So that is why United Nations has decided that education and training are the key determinants of success in the labor market. But unfortunately, whatever the existing systems are there, they are failing to educate the youth, giving them some skills to earn their living, etc. So to raise the awareness on the importance of investing in youth skills development, United Nations General Assembly has designated one day, that is 15th July, as World Youth Skills Day. Next comes World Day for International Justice, which is celebrated on 17 July. World Day for International Justice is also known as Day of International Criminal Justice, or just simply it is International Justice Day. This is an international day celebrated on July 17th. It is as a part of the effort to recognize the emerging system of international criminal justice. July 17th is also chosen on account of adoption of Rome Statute. So this Rome Statute, it is a treaty that created the International Criminal Court. So therefore World Day of International Justice, it is celebrated on 17th of July. Next comes Nelson Mandela Day. Nelson Mandela International Day, it is celebrated every year on 18th July all over the world. Nelson Mandela International Day 2018, it specially marks the 100th birth anniversary of Nelson Mandela, who was born on 18th July 1918. Theme of this day 2018 is to take action, inspire change. Take action, inspire change. The Nelson Mandela Foundation, it has dedicated Nelson Mandela International Day 2018 to action against poverty. In 2009, United Nations General Assembly, it has declared 18th July as Nelson Mandela International Day. So who is Nelson Mandela? Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela. He was a South African anti-apartheid revolutionary, a political leader, a philanthropist, who served as President of South Africa from 1994 to 1999. He was the country's first black head of state and his first elected in a fully representative democratic election. Mandela served 27 years in prison amid growing domestic and international pressure with fears of racial civil war. Still, he served 27 years in jail, fought for the freedom of South Africa, what we can say. So he was the first president of democratic South Africa as well. Next comes National Broadcasting Day. Every year, July 23rd, it is celebrated as National Broadcasting Day. On this day in 1927, Indian Broadcasting Company, it has been organized radio broadcasting from Bombay station. To mark the occasion, All India Radio, it had organized a symposium on the subject Creation of New India and Broadcasting System in New Delhi this year. In 1927, Indian Broadcasting Company, which was a private entity then, it was granted permission by British government to operate 2 radio stations in Mumbai and Kolkata. So what is the present scenario of Indian Broadcasting Company? Currently, All India Radio, what we call it as from 1936, All India Radio, it is the largest public broadcasting organization in the world. It is largest in terms of spectrum of socio-economic, the number of languages of broadcasts and cultural diversity it serves. Now All India Radio, it is comprised of 414 stations located across the country with reach to 99.19% of the total population and 92% of the country's area in 23 languages and 146 dialects. Kargil Vijay is celebrated on 26th July 2018. It marks the 19th anniversary of Kargil Vijay Divas. This is celebrated throughout India to commemorate India's victory over Pakistan in 1999 Kargil War. Kargil Vijay Divas celebrations, they started on 24th July at Dras War Memorial in Kargil town in Jammu and Kashmir. Kargil Vijay Divas is actually named after the success of Operation Vijay. So on this day, that is on 26th July 1999, India it has successfully took command of the high spots which had been lost to Pakistani intruders. So this Kargil war, it was fought for more than 60 days. It ended on 26th July and resulted in loss of life on both the sides. This war, it has ended with India regaining control of all the previously held territory, hence re-establishing its authority. Prime Minister of India, every year he pays homage to the soldiers at Amar Jawan Jyoti at India Gate every year. Next is World Hepatitis Day, which is observed every year on 28th July. So World Hepatitis Day, it was chosen to mark the birth anniversary of Dr. Baruch Blumberg. He discovered hepatitis B virus. World Health Organization, it has declared the theme for World Hepatitis Day 2018 as Test, Treat, Cure Hepatitis. World Nature Conservation Day. Every year on 28th July, the world celebrates World Nature Conservation Day. This aims at increasing awareness of natural resources that are present on Earth and Earth is bestowed with, and the need to ensure them for a long-term protection. So it also works for ensuring a healthy, productive and sustainable environment, which is the base of ensuring stable societies and the guarantee of well-being of present and future generations. Mother Nature also needs our help to keep its kidneys in good condition, is what they say. So nature will suffer if wetlands, especially of great importance on this day, they spread awareness mostly of wetlands. So nature will suffer if wetlands are degraded or not well managed. So we need to preserve wetlands to save nature and protect societies. So World Nature Conservation Day this year, it was observed as a good reason to celebrate wetlands. Next is International Tiger Day. 8th International Tiger Day or Global Tiger Day. It is celebrated on 29th July. It was created in 2010 at the St. Petersburg Summit, where leaders of 13 tiger range countries, they resolved to double its number in the wild by 2022. So they have taken a resolution that by 2022, whatever number they are having, they are going to double it. India conducts a census to assess tiger population every 4 years. So the cycles of this estimation they have already completed. So it is 2006, 2010 and then 2014. So next will be 2018. World Day Against Trafficking in Persons is observed on 30th July all over the world. So in 2013, United Nations General Assembly, it has declared July 30 as World Day Against Trafficking in Persons. So this day is observed to create awareness about the conditions of victims of human trafficking and for promotion and protection of their rights. So what is the theme of this World Day Against Trafficking in Persons for 2018? Responding to the trafficking of children and young people is chosen as the theme for World Day Against Trafficking in Persons 2018. International Day of Friendship is celebrated on July 30. Not very important. In 2011, United Nations General Assembly proclaimed International Day of Friendship to be celebrated on 30th July of every year. This date is based on the idea that friendship between people, countries, cultures and individuals, it can bring peace and bridge communities. Next is World Ranger Day, celebrated on 31st July of every year. The World Ranger Day, it was initiated by International Ranger Federation. It is jointly promoted by Thin Green Foundation, the charity arm of IRF. This Ranger Day, it was first celebrated in 2007 on the anniversary of International Ranger Federation's Foundation Day. So this day it is actually celebrated to honor rangers killed or injured during duty. So whoever is in duty and who is getting killed. So to honor them, the Foundation Day is celebrated as International Ranger Day. It also honors the work of rangers in safeguarding Earth's natural treasures and cultural heritage. Thank you.